One of the primary challenges in machining is keeping the tool lubricated and chips out of the cutting zone. Let's look at all the ways Haas vertical machining centers tackle chip clearing and tool lubrication issues. We'll start with perhaps the most common method. The Haas flood coolant ring provides a cascade of coolant that thoroughly lubricates the cutting area while carrying away the chips produced in the cut. The coolant ring is standard on all VF and VM series mills and serves as the backbone of our coolant delivery systems. Next up is the optional programmable coolant nozzle, or P-Cool for short. With numerous positions, the power of P-Cool is that you can program it for every tool in your program, long or short, one after the other. The final method for getting water-based coolant to the cutting area is achieved by delivering a high-pressure coolant blast through the tip of the tool. The optional through-spindle coolant system is available in either a 300 or 1000 psi configuration, and is particularly effective when drilling deep holes and milling deep pockets. What about dry machining? Modern carbide tools, with their advanced metallurgy and high temperature stability, allow both mild and hard steels to be cut dry. Although lubrication and cooling may not be needed, one very significant hazard remains: recutting the chips generated during machining. That's where through-tool air blast comes in. Available as an add-on option to the TSC system, Tool Air Blast delivers high-pressure air through the tool in place of coolant, blasting chips away from the cutting zone before they can be cut a second time. This is particularly useful for deep cavity machining, keeping pockets like the one we're milling here chip-free. Vents in the tool itself direct the high-pressure air at the tool's cutting edges, and in the case of smaller finishing tools, the air blasts through the collet holding the tool. Either way, the result is the same: no chips in the cut and great parts. Serving a similar function to that of through-tool air blast, the auto air gun option provides an additional means of bringing high-pressure air to the cutting zone to move chips away from the tool. The system is ideal when using small tools where through-tool air blast isn't feasible, and other times when you need additional air to evacuate chips. Now, running without coolant is certainly great, as long as your material allows for it. For times when you can't use water-based coolant, but you still need to keep the tool lubricated, Haas's new oil mist option is the answer, atomizing a precisely metered quantity of lubricant into the airstream and delivering it to the tool's cutting edges. The correct amount of oil dispensed is typically quite small. You won't see anything coming out of the nozzle, although you may see a very thin layer on the part itself. Oil usage is also typically only a tiny fraction of that consumed using flood coolant. The air and oil flows are controlled separately, so you can deliver the correct ratio of air and oil at the volume that fits your application. Haas machines provide many effective ways to maintain performance in the cutting zone. Pick the options that best suit the work you're doing.